Alright. Hello, everybody. Plans for today? Oh, hello, Red. Okay, got your strange mask. Oh, I hope it looks nice. Okay. So, for today's plan, Okay, well then I hope it fits. I also hope it's not like the mask from the movie the same name. Although that could be fun to see, who knows. But, okay, so for today, like for this project, I'm going to just kind of like make a reference sheet like this, but with a kind of new Starforce outfit. And what I mean by that is, actually, I should have it in my sub view. It'll be easier to. Well, actually, no. I'll just open it on here to, like, explain it. I just need to get in the reference images. But basically, something like what Mega Man here is wearing. Not exactly like his, obviously. But it's just something I honestly, like I was thinking, like I had the idea pop into my head at work, like a few weeks ago, maybe about a week or so ago. And it just, like I just kept thinking on it. I was like, you know what, I want to try and draw that. And, well, technically what I thought of was a, like, simple art piece with that outfit, but then I thought, like, honestly, I should probably kind of make, like, a basic reference just so I can, like, have some, like, get all the details figured out before I start doing something like that. So, yeah, that's the plan for today. And honestly, I have this open just so I have an idea, like, so I can get an idea of, like, the size I want to set the canvas to. So, honestly, maybe 4,000 by 2,000 pixels, probably not a bad idea. Just give me something to work with. And honestly, I don't know how well, like, how much DPI actually is going to factor into this. Especially because it's not, like, super detailed. Honestly, this is more just get, like, I'm making this to get, like, the basics of, okay, this is how these parts are, this is how this part looks, and stuff like that. So I don't need super detail. So maybe 300 DPI? Although, yeah, probably honestly should have just changed this a bit. That works. Although now I need to, well, I mean, like the last one, this one is not going to be I'm not going to get this done quickly. No, sorry, Bob, I'm not. Hello, Silas. Glad to see you here. And today I'm going to be starting on well, trying to make a reference set for a like kind of outfit I want to make for myself. Yeah, we're just gonna see how well this goes. Okay, I understand, Solace. Well, I hope work's not too draining and annoying, because, oh boy, mine was this morning. But I always appreciate you just dropping by, Solace. Always nice to see you. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That does sound a bit annoying. Maybe not massive. Oh, well, if you're having nice weather, then that sounds like a good thing, because right now where I am, it's been rainy all day. Like, every time I went out to my car for my break, it was raining. Thankfully, it's not heavy rain, and yeah, it is pretty warm here too. But it's just really annoying when I walk out, just go sit in my car for a break, and I'm just trying to kind of decompress on the way out, and I just like open the door and see, yeah, I'm gonna have to walk through the rain to get to my car. Not a really horrible thing, but it's annoying. I mean, an umbrella would have been a good idea. Also, wouldn't have been a bad idea for me to take my rain jacket instead of my windbreaker. But in my defense, when I left the house this morning, there was no rain. That's not much of defense, I know, but still. And also, bringing an umbrella into work would just be a pain. Like, I have to carry it all the way into the paint room. I have to carry it, like, past the metal detectors. Like, I like to keep the amount of stuff I have to carry in and out of work low, because it's just a pain. And, I mean, I think I've got a foldable one, too. Honestly, I probably got, like, a pretty small pocket one. But, again, it's more just, I don't want to carry too much stuff in and just have too many things to keep track of. The only stuff I bring into work that I'm not wearing is my wallet, my keys, a water bottle, and a pen. Only like 4 things to keep track of, and they're pretty easy to remember. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if mine's like a foldable one, but it is one that just like compresses down. I mean, that might be the same thing. I have no idea. Yeah. You get some sleep, Celis. Okay. Now, I just want to find a standard, just like a basic pose. Doesn't need to be anything special. Okay, so they are the same thing. But yeah, bye, Celis. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, I just want to find a basic standing pose. I mean, granted, with some of these, I could just like bring them in and manipulate the limbs so they're just like standing at rest. But I'd rather just... Honestly, I'm doing this not like how I did it with the fanart piece. I'm not going to be tracing around it. I want it here as a proportion reference. because proportions are a thing that I'm still not that like familiar with, comfortable with. You get it. So if I can have something to just basically have as a reference, just so everything, this is nothing that's really weird, then that would be helpful. Okay, this one might actually be pretty good. Like, I might need to... Oh, actually, yeah, no, I think this is, like, exactly what I need. I'll still check and see if there's anything more just kind of basic, but this looks like it'll be pretty good for figuring out proportions and everything. Oh, there's a basic standing one. I don't know what you're doing back there, buddy, but... Okay, both of these are pretty good. I mean, honestly, they're pretty much the same. But I think I like the basic standing one. Just feels like it's... like a bit more loose. So, alright, we got that guy. You know, one of these days I really just need to go in and just mess with these models. Like, you know something? I actually kind of like got one of those little posable wooden dolls. Like, I'd seen a pretty cheap one at Walmart and I was just like, you know what? Like, why not buy it? It was only like $8. It might actually be pretty useful just to figure out a pose. I have no idea, like, how long it will last. And it seems like one of the arms has, like, weird tension in it. Like, other one, fully rotatable. But the right one... yeah, some weird tension in there. Well, I mean, again, I bought this for like $8. Can't really expect to get super good quality with that. But I'd say it's good enough for, like, what I have planned. I mean, honestly, my idea was more figure out a pose with the one that I can manipulate in real life with my actual hands, and then kind of translate that into the virtual one. So I have more of a actual, like, pose reference. But will be, like, that will be a later thing. Okay, so... Ah, okay, I know what I can do. Figure... Okay, I want to... Like, what I'm wanting to do is basically kind of put a... Like, set up a rectangle that is just a bit... Where, like, the top and... Like, top is just a bit above the head. And the bottom is just a bit below the feet. Just so it gives me a... Like, just to set that up as kind of a canvas so I know shorthand. Okay, yeah, it should... I want it to fit within this box. And actually, honestly, I might do one that's like super close to where the feet and head are, and then one a bit above it. And actually, it might just be able to do one where feet and head are, and then anything that kind of goes beyond that, like when drawing parts of the outfit. Actually, yeah, I'll just do it like right at the top of the head and right at the bottom of the feet. That way, again, it's a bit of useful shorthand so I know, yes, it fits in here. So I need to... Actually, thinking about it, be easier if I move this guy over to the side first. And so I don't move his vertical position, time for the arrow keys. Yep, just slide all the way to the left, Mr. Mannequin. In fact, yeah, that's perfect. Right there. And actually... Huh. So the line down isn't like perfectly straight, it's kind of at an angle. That's interesting. If I mean, honestly, that probably makes sense with how the body is. But anyway, I'm getting a bit distracted. What's important is more just having, like, figuring this out. So, yeah, I gotta go back to here. Ooh, yeah, you're getting slow. God damn it. Oh, okay. Zoom out a bit so I can actually fit all of that on my tablet. Okay. Probably don't want to fill this in with black, actually. Yeah, burns a bit, but this does at least give me a good idea of, like, along with using this model to give myself a good idea of the proportions, now I have a good idea of just, like, general size. Okay, and now you can slide on out, mister. Thank you for your work. Okay, that's probably good enough there. No, actually... No, yeah, that's distance how it moves, but... Oh. Huh. Okay, interesting. Oop. That's not good. Well, wait, there should be nope. Oh, fuck. Okay. I really shouldn't be using this as a time to just mess around. Oh, god damn it. I am control. Okay, thank you, Red. I thought it was Control Z, and I guess I just didn't Control Z enough. But, okay. Yeah, honestly, what I was trying to do is because I'm seeing, like, this angle doesn't seem to be like a full-on angle. So I was trying to mess around, but honestly, really shouldn't have tried that. Did not work out well. Actually, I'm wondering... I set this as a reference layer. Wait, is it saying a reference layer? I remember it did something, I just can't remember what that does. Like, does it mean I can't draw outside of it? No, I can. Okay. Social... Okay. Okay, I guess just... The pen probably doesn't have that as... Well, probably like default, it doesn't have it as a thing, but... Okay, I guess... Oh, I was even drawing the wrong one to test this. Okay, I guess just default pen doesn't really care about that. Because I really wanted to set this as one where... Like, so I wouldn't be able to draw outside of it. Well, actually, I was going to be drawing outside of it anyway, so that I really shouldn't have been trying to do that. Anyway. It definitely needs something better than 3. 30's... Yeah, 30 is too much. 20 also feels a bit much. 17 maybe? I think 15 might actually be what I want for this. Okay, yeah, 15. Okay. Okay, Cyrus, don't get embarrassed about drawing horribly. That's just a normal part of getting better. Okay, I don't think pencil actually would make me feel better. I was trying to see, like, maybe this will... Maybe I'll feel better with that, but no. It did not help. Okay. No. Maybe 12. Okay, yeah, 12 is better. It doesn't have to be perfect, Cyrus. Just make it happen. You can change it later. Yeah, of course it doesn't have to be perfect. This is literally just a rough outline right now. You're going to refine it. You just need to make the body. Make something that works. You can make it pretty later. I can follow that when it comes to coding. I should be able to follow that when it comes to drawing stuff. Just... oh god. Yeah. Just trying to convince myself. Sure, Red. Any help would be appreciated. Okay. I think I was getting a bit too in my head and trying to have it perfectly match the mannequin. And just needed to remind myself that I'm not gonna have it perfectly match the mannequin. I only have the mannequin here for proportions. I think I might have made this outline a bit too wide in the shoulders. Okay. I see it. Thank you, Red. Okay, I see. Okay. Alright. I see it. Okay. Thank you, Red. Oh yeah, let's start this again. Yeah. It does help a bit with just breaking it down. Yeah. Thank you very much, Red. Because, yeah, trying to do all of it at once is a bit too daunting. Alright. Okay. Okay, I do not like how that head was turning out. And, oh god. Actually, save that image. There we go. Reference, save there. Actually, yeah, good bit of advice, Fred. Yeah, doesn't have to be perfect. This has to be. It's not really funny, it just I just tried to control Z to, because I noticed I started this a bit too away from the armpit. I just tried to control Z and only like one of the lines went, because I forgot, oh yeah, I'm not doing like a continuous line here. I don't know why it's making me laugh so much. Okay. That helped. Yeah. Honestly, going for the small lines helps a lot better. Don't have to care about details, just general form for this. Yeah. Nice. Okay, now that leg is looking a bit too chunky. And that one too. Okay, let's just... I'm more getting rid of these because they're going to be way too in the way for me to actually try and figure out a best line for that. God, it just looks weird. Like, it's a weird... It just kind of feels weird realizing the pelvis is just like kind of... No, not the height of the pelvis, it's the length of the legs. They just feel like they're too long, but they're not. Like... God, it's just weird looking at the body. Because, hell, when I think of my body, I don't think my legs are that long. Oh! Hello, K-Rat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for tuning in. It's okay. It's an easy mistake to make. And I'm just glad you're able to realize. And you know, back to what I was saying. When I think of my own body, I don't think my legs are that long, but they are. I just never really think of it, because I don't think about my legs that often. Like arms, sure, because I'm using them and they're always in my field of vision most of the time, but not my legs. The legs just feel weird with how long they are, even though that's, like, correct. Well, okay, yeah, Red, you will be the judge of my legs. You're gonna have to wait till Saturday for that, though. Oh, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, it's just like, I know that's how the human body is structured. Your legs are about equal, well, actually probably a bit more than the length of your torso. But I never focus on that. Like, it's just, yeah, it just feels, it's just one of those things. It feels weird to realize. Okay, no, that is way too skinny for a leg. That, yeah, okay, yeah, starting with a stick figure probably would have helped a lot. Oh well, more stuff to learn. Okay. Not that bad. A vague approximation of a man. But yeah, I think that helped. At least helped get a lot of the jitters out. And in that case, I might as well try the stick figure thing too, just and try it out, see how well I can wrap my head around it, basically. Just stretch it a bit. But alright. So I'm just gonna have to hide you for a bit, sketchy man. Yeah, okay. So let's just start with symbols. Okay, pretty simple head. And neck there. And just a line for the shoulders. About that much. And you get the upper arms going to about here. Again, I really need to just remap some of these, like some of the stuff with my tablets. Like just keep accidentally like doing a right click on the pen and like it does the dropper tool and it's really annoying. Okay. And we get elbows here. Just break the body and the limbs into sticks to work with. Oh, okay. Take your time, Red. Okay, that's why it looks weird. Didn't exactly have it far enough. I'd say it should be good for... Again, Cyrus, it does not have to be perfect. This is literally a stick figure that you're going to be building the actual thing around. You don't have to have it be perfect. Just make it. Get it approximately close, and that'll be good. We have forearms, and for now I'll just put like, yeah, I'll just give myself, I'll just like have big circles for hands. Because trying to draw hands like that on a stick figure, that is a tall ask. Okay. And now, let's see. I've always kind of seen it as like a bit of a trapezoid. Kind of, again, maybe not that tight in, but start from the shoulder and then kind of goes to about where the elbows are. Like, yeah, that works good for a, like, upper torso. Wait, is this part like the actual, like, waist? Actually, where exactly is the waist on a body? Because whenever I think of waist, I'm thinking more around around by my hips instead of like a bit up higher. Although honestly, the waist probably is not where the elbows line up on the torso. Probably not. God, now I actually want to look that up. But that's a distraction, and I don't want to do that right now. But at the very least, this does seem to be general structure. Kind of comes in from the shoulders, then goes a bit out to probably not as, I wouldn't say as far out, but it starts to go out to where the wrists are. So we've got that. Then we just have the legs. So I can start right here and okay, maybe a bit shorten that a bit. You don't need to go that far. About there. Okay, yeah. Okay, actually, wait, what is the upper part of the leg called? We got, the lower part is the calf. Wait, is the upper part the thigh? Well, okay, so if the upper part's the thigh, then yeah, thighs are... the thigh's about that long. Because then we get to... you know what would have made it easier to make sure I was drawing everything on the same level? Just put a... I forget what the tool's called, but it's a way to mirror your drawings. Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but I know it's something you can do in CSP. But yeah, if I had done that, then I could have at least, after I drew the neck, then I'd at least have everything same size, but you live and learn. Now I just want to remember how you actually... which one that is. I'm not going to try and use it now, because it's a bit too late for that. But if I decide to do this again, then it will be good to have. At the very least, it'll be good to stop my brain from going, they're not even, you're a failure, you're a failure. Because it does that sometimes. I definitely want to be in file. It doesn't seem to be in layer. So then maybe it's a perspective ruler thing. Definitely not animation, though. Yeah, I'm distracting myself. God, I do this too much. Yeah, no, perspective actually wouldn't help me with that. I don't know why I thought that would. You know what? I can look it up later. Okay, back to this. We got the thigh, so put the knees here. Hello, Cassie, and yeah, I'm not gonna go along with that. I know it's a huge. Oh. Okay, it probably is a huge meme if I just keep seeing it without even wanting to. But yeah. Good try. And I do hope you're having a good day. But there will be none of that meme here. If I'm going to be referencing any memes, they're probably going to be old, dead memes that pop into my head that I remember from, like, my teenage years, or I saw them on Tumblr, which could actually be some present-day memes. It depends. Honestly, some of the, like, blogs I frequent on Tumblr are also pretty old. Dear Lord, that place. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day, Cassie. Ooh, that's an old tablet, damn. Actually, yeah, 13 years old. But yeah, I think the stick figure actually really helped me a lot, right? Because actually doing it as a stick figure helped me just break the body into separate parts. Which really helps with actually, like, drawing out. And I think I got the proportions mostly correct. Then just feet here. Okay. So now to build off of this. Dang, I kind of want to just make a new layer just so I can, just so when I'm actually trying to build and I like erase something, I don't end up erasing this. So actually, yeah, I'll just do that. Also looking this. Huh. Okay, fairly close. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah, no, it's definitely like that's pretty much the same situation my tablet's in. Because I'm pretty much like no screen on it, so I pretty much have to just be drawing in and just looking at my computer monitor. But yeah, it was definitely a bit of a hassle figuring it out when I first started using it. Actually, let me try that again. This honestly looks like I actually want to go a bit further out. And honestly, for the most part, it's like the outside of the arm is just fairly, like a fairly straight line. Do not want to try and sketch out the hands right now. Yeah, if I have this is the center of the arm, or kind of as a skeleton to mold around. About there, maybe? I mean, good enough now. Oh, god, yeah. Okay, this feels... Yeah, let me just actually... like, clean that up. As well, yeah, I let that arm get away from me. So then we got a nice little hourglass torso. Yeah, I just realized this layer doesn't have... Like, I started adding stuff to the neck, but it doesn't have the head here. It's just kind of funny. Yes, I started like this. Don't start from the end of the arm. Kind of start from a bit below it. Huh. And honestly, the neck might be a bit too thin, but that actually doesn't look too bad. Arms are also weird, but like it's not bad. Now for the legs, again, mostly a straight line. There's a bit of a curve. And then the curve down the spine, and they kind of really okay. Now let's restart this. I feel like I went a bit too far out with the leg. After all, unless you're like really have like a wide stance, your legs mostly don't extend like too far out horizontally from your torso. Like it'll end out a bit farther, but for the most part it shouldn't be like super far. So while it curves a bit, it's also going back in here. And the calf curves out a lot. But again, it still tapers back down to where the foot is. And yeah, the other side of the body also follows this. Again, I'm really regretting not like drawing the stick figure with like having the mirrored lines set up just so I could have like stuff be symmetrical. I mean, honestly, yeah, all bodies aren't symmetrical. Like, aren't perfectly symmetrical, but they're broadly symmetrical. But just something you gotta learn to deal with. But yeah, so we kind of go, and we curve in a bit. Then curve out. And yes, yeah, the thing that's throwing me off is that the stick line for the leg on, like, for the right leg feels like it's not as far out as the one for the left leg. But yeah, left and right from my perspective, not left and right from the stick figure's perspective, because that's flipped. So it just feels like this is too far out. Yeah, no, honestly, I'd only be using, like I mentioned before, but I'd honestly only be using it just so my brain would stop telling me, like, it's not perfectly even. And I'd stop afterwards. Like, I definitely wouldn't use it for this phase. I was just thinking it would have made it a bit easier to use it when, like, drawing the stick figure. Again, only to get my brain to shut up. Because again, it can be very loud and annoying. But okay, so that's the outer part. So let's go inner leg. It starts to curve a bit here. Okay, no, I know Okay. Yeah, I was thinking it was feeling off for some reason. I didn't have a gradual enough slope on this part. That's why it fell off to me. Yeah. We come in for the knee. Then we go. Maybe not that thick of a thigh. Okay, I'm just gonna do this because otherwise it will just keep haunting me. Okay. Just move it a bit further. I'd say this. Like maybe that. Uh, Actually, in that case, like to actually have them meet up, I'm definitely gonna have the thighs be a bit thicker. But okay, that feels like they're like more proportion better. Yeah, maybe it's very least gonna have it start kind of going up more here. I mean, honestly, the issue might be that I just like drew it too wide, maybe. Erase that. I was gonna want to like redo this part, crotch. Move. Yeah, I definitely think I drew it too wide. Or at the very least, if it's this wide, I should make the... It might be time to just redraw the legs a bit thicker. Or again, it probably is because like this part, I shouldn't have had it come out this far, maybe. Oh well, live and learn, and I'm learning a lot. You know, I might as well, like, actually draw a head on this layer. Yeah, it definitely feels like I made the neck just looks too thin, and yeah, no, definitely the shoulders are too wide. Yeah, I just made the guy too wide. Yeah, especially compared to the first one I did. So we got a big guy, then we got this guy. Okay. But I gotta say, it's a lot more than I thought I would have been capable of. Cyrus the fridge. Yeah, it's a bit too big, but well, that's just how it is when you. But I'm gonna stumble a bit. Gonna mess up some proportions and stuff. But that's how I improve. Alright. Yeah, definitely made the shoulders too wide on this. In fact, I can just... like, let's slowly slide this guy over. And just see how well I matched up on this part. At least I got the elbows, and I'm pretty sure I got all the joints, at least in the kind of correct locations. Huh. Okay, actually, I didn't make it too wide. I mean, the bottom half, yeah, I definitely flared it out too much. I can see that. And if I actually eyeballed the shoulder width, not too badly. Of course, when I went to build around it, I made the shoulders very big. But, like, the framework's honestly not that bad. I did have the arms stick out more, but I'm like I do want to actually have like actually I'm just basically drawing him A posing. Which honestly probably wouldn't be a bad idea for reference. Just make it easy to see everything that's going on with the arms. In fact, I think yeah, Eris pretty much. Yeah. When Eris was doing like the reference for Cyrus, they pretty much did the same thing, a bit more of an A pose instead of the like arm, instead of the like arms just down by the side. So, oh, actually, no, first let me just actually move this guy away from the drawing space for now. Okay. Hey, Daniel. Not really making a VTuber, me. I mean, this might be like first step in it, but specifically, I just had an idea for a, like, new outfit for Cyrus that I initially, when I thought of it, I want to draw a like picture with it, but then I realized, wait, there's gonna be a lot of details on it, so making a reference for it would probably be a smart thing to do first. And with that, I'm also trying to figure out, like, okay, how do I draw a person? I've gotten some very helpful tips from Red about that. And it's a process, but I think I'm doing good. Now they're actually looking at this now. I think I had the knees a bit too high. Yeah. It's something I really want to improve on. So even these little stumbling blocks, they're something to learn from. No, actually, I don't need to. It just... What I can do here, though... Oh, actually, first, to kind of... Let's try and make this so it doesn't flare out as much. Maybe about like that much. A very narrow trapezoid shape. Okay, I think that works better. And also, yeah, let's move the knees down a bit. They should probably be around here, actually. Had them a bit too high. And honestly, that was probably another thing that was contributing to the, like, making the other kind of outline a bit too fridgish. Like, the calves were a bit too long, the thighs were a bit too short. Actually, I don't know if I should move... Actually, I might want to move the legs a bit closer together. Not like super close, but... Definitely feels like they might be a bit too far apart here, because like they're basically I'm having these here kind of as like uh, as guide bones to follow. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, and now try. Oh. But yeah, if I'm kind of using them as guidelines, then it'd probably be better if they're going to be more centralized. So I'm just gonna move them a bit closer together. Okay. Yeah, that feels better. And if that... Yeah, the feet are actually in line with the shoulders, which I think that's actually pretty good. Okay, so again, a way to avoid the fridge is don't go too far beyond where I have the shoulder joints on here. That just makes the entire silhouette too wide. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this works pretty well. Actually, I'm kind of curious about something. Okay, you can just... Oh. It even goes around the shadow. Didn't realize that. That's funny. I turn off apply light source. Oh, okay. Turn off cast shadow. Okay. Honestly, I'm doing this just because I'm kind of... So yeah, you could actually do that. Okay, that's interesting. I was just curious if I could actually use the select tool to like actually do anything with that. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, we got the skeleton here. And I'd say, I mean, honestly, I think I actually got more accomplished than I expected to today. And this is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be working on off stream as well. Whenever I can actually, like, really find the time to, because this will probably take a while. I'm definitely not going to have this finished before the Starforce Legacy Collection releases, because that's happening this month. I think it's like the 28th, which yeah, so end of this month on a Saturday, it's going to be releasing. So, yeah, so actually look at that, we got like... Okay, I'm definitely going to have some... Like, I'm probably going to finish... I'll probably finish most of the main Zero games before the 28th. And so, yeah, probably going to put, like, just do some monster hunting once I get through 04. Because I don't want to like start ZX and then the Legacy Collection releases, and because I'd be dropping ZX at that point. I'd be switching entirely over to I'm just playing through the Legacy Collection because God, I love Starforce. And I wouldn't want to do that in the middle of ZX. And honestly, I can... Like, after 04 is a good stop, well, a good pausing point. Because ZX isn't exactly a direct sequel, so some time can pass between finishing 04 and starting ZX and be perfectly fine. But anyway, I'm rambling. So we'll be ending stream now. Because I don't want to just keep rambling, because I do have to actually... I'm going to have to go to the grocery store tomorrow, because I'm not going to be able to do it Saturday since I'm going out to meet up with Red. So I need to get groceries tomorrow after work, which means I need to make a list of the stuff I need to pick up, like, tonight. Yep. Thank you for that, Red, and thank you for all the helpful references. They really helped me actually just, like, focus on, like, actually getting stuff accomplished. So, really, thank you for that. But, okay. So, with that, let's see who we can raid into. Who is on right now? Okay, I think we're going to raid into Rainboba. Right now she's playing Monster Hunter Wilds with another VTuber, Comixio. So I feel like that's a good place to raid into. Okay, so starting to raid now. Okay, so for everyone who came in, whether you lurked, whether you chatted, thank you guys. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate having you guys here. It's really helped me just, like, having you guys here to watch as I do this stuff has really helped me just branch out into stuff that I've, like, definitely didn't feel that confident about, but I can do it with you guys, so thank you. Okay. And tomorrow will be the last stream for the week. Since, as I mentioned before, I'm going to be meeting Red on Saturday, so no stream for Saturday. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be finishing up Mega Man 03 and getting a start on 04. In 04, honestly, I should be getting through pretty quickly because I don't have to care about getting A ranks for any of the missions, so I can just do them like once. It'll be really fun, especially. It's just going to be fun not having to worry about ranking. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, noon, afternoon, evening, day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a wonderful time of it, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Let's raid. And for the YouTube side of things, I'll be ending the stream here. I hope to see you again tomorrow as well. Goodbye.